Getting a degree gets more and more expensive. One private Christian college is taking another approach. Trinity Christian College near Chicago is cutting tuition for its incoming students for fall of 2023. They're cutting it by nearly half. Newsy's Chance Seals spoke with Dr. Aaron Kuecker, the college's interim president, recently to find out more.
Dr. Kuecker, this would blow a lot of parents and students' minds. The price going down. You're cutting tuition for incoming freshmen by 40%. It's about $34,000 before, going down to about $20,000. How are you doing that?
Yeah, Chance, for us, the main point here is about, can we create a tuition structure that's realistic, it's closer to the actual cost of college, that's more transparent, and that's more immediately accessible. And so for us, it's about moving away from the sort of pricing game in higher education, that price is high and discounts high. It moves to something that's much easier to understand and that families can imagine their way towards.
Are you worried about losing some wiggle room? Remember Sears did that? And man, that did not work well. And they were like, we're going to price it. No more sales, all of this. We're just going to tell you the real price. And did not do good.
Yeah, that's a good question to be asking, and thanks for that. We're actually not worried about that because we think that the way college pricing works in America is so complex and often moves to a bottom line that's quite similar, that for us, this is more about, can we create a transparent process in which we're able to be upfront with families right from the get-go and help them know much more quickly what their bottom line is going to be. So we're not actually too worried about that.
You're a former professor. You know that all of these escalating costs are not going because professors are getting really, really rich. It's usually like administrative costs. Are you cutting those?
No, we're not cutting costs to do this, actually. And what's interesting about a model like this is a pathway that could be available to other institutions as well in terms of its impact on bottom line. So we don't need to cut student costs. In fact, in many places, we're upping what we're providing to students. So we're excited for the way that a number of our initiatives fit together. And this is one piece of that puzzle.
You mentioned that most students don't pay the sticker price, the thing you get in that. I guess you probably still send out mailers. It's been a while for me, but
oh, you got it.
Mailer. Okay, that price you usually don't pay, but even $20,000, the new price, that's a sizable sum, you know. And then you have room, board, textbooks, all this sort of stuff. Will students still be getting any discounts, any scholarships that they rely on?
Yeah, absolutely. And great question. So a variety of pathways that we're pursuing to try to make debt-free tuition more of a reality for students. One is students certainly can receive academic scholarships based on merit. They can receive need-based aid. Definitely federal and state grants are available, as are athletic awards and other apply-for scholarships. So we have all those structures still in place. But I think the step that we're taking that's probably a little bit unique is we're really leaning into the gifts of our area here in the greater Chicagoland. We're creating pathways for our students to participate in paid internships that for students in our pilot program right now, Chance, are earning up to $5,000 a semester. For us, that's a way to say to our students, can we help you move the needle by creating some space in your schedule? We no longer have classes on Wednesdays at Trinity, to engage you with businesses that are seeking to do good. For business owners, of course, it's a hiring moment. They want to connect to our students. And this gives them the opportunity for our students to take a significant chunk out of that tuition sort of top line. And so when we combine our merit awards, our athletic awards, and then the opportunity for our students to earn, network, and learn with those business partnerships, we really can move the needle. For us, it's a really different approach to the economics of higher ed. And that's a story that's needed to change for a while.
There are schools that are affordable for everyone, you know, like a community college. Then there are the top flight, Yale, Princeton. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you will be able to go there because they'll underwrite it for you. It's usually in the middle where most students are going that if you can't pay full freight, it can be a little bit of a problem. When you say you want this to expand, who do you see this expanding to?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's actually accessible in new ways to students who fall in a number of different ranges. I think there are certainly plenty of sort of middle-income families for whom the sort of need-based aid structures price them out. They don't get much need-based aid, but their families certainly don't feel like they have the disposable income to hit what that estimated family contribution comes back as. But we also think this is really accessible to students who don't have a deep family history with college. You know, when you get college mail that says our price is X, but don't worry, no one ever pays that, that's a pretty obscure system. Data shows that about 2/3 of first-gen college students don't investigate a school based on sticker price alone. And so we just want to move past that to give students a more realistic vision of what they're going to be actually paying. So we think that this opens the door sort of across income levels and across college experience levels.
Dr. Kuecker, you're the interim president. I assume you want to strike out that word interim. This is a gamble. How confident are you?
Oh, yeah. Well, all good ideas involve a good deal of risk, but we're quite confident. The reception of this among our constituency and the wider marketplace has been really good. I think the time has come for people to put forward solutions about the escalating costs of higher education and the barriers to access that it creates. We're giving one pathway a try. We feel pretty confident in it. Our initial feedback is good, and let's see how it goes.
You say make it more accessible. You actually are putting your money where your mouth and marketing are. I hope it's a smashing success. Dr. Aaron Kuecker with Trinity Christian College, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.